জয় গুরু। ওয়েলকাম টু আওয়ার চ্যানেল সৎসঙ্গী
Who is
অনুকূল
happy
আমৃত।
and who is unhappy? This is a $1,000,000 question, I should say. And I would like to discuss about this today. You see, some people are apparently happy and some people are apparently unhappy. But in real sense, who is actually happy and who is actually unhappy? That I would like to discuss. And I would like to discuss with an example, real example. You see, on 31st December 1922, Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra went to Puri in Odisha. Puri is in Odisha state of India, and he stayed at Horanath Lodge. Actually, he stayed in Puri for almost 2 months, and the owner of the house, that is Horanath Lodge, you see, was Janakinath Bosu. Perhaps you have heard the name Janakinath Bosu. He is the father of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bosu. Actually, mother of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bosu, namely Prabhavati Devi, she requested the mother of Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra to go to Puri and to stay there. Actually, you see, because of the repeated requests of this disciple couple, remember this Janakinath Bose and Prabhavati Devi both were initiated disciple of Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra, and Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra stayed there for almost 2 months in Puri and in Horanath Lodge. Actually, and during his stay, you see, many interesting incidents, I mean, of course, of spiritual interest, spiritually interesting phenomena were happened, and I will tell you one of them. One day, a very eminent lawyer of Odisha came to visit Sri Thakur. He asked Thakur, or you can say in general, his submission was like this: "Oh Thakur, I have everything. I have no scarcity. I myself earn adequate income, adequate money. All of my sons are well educated and well established. Every, one of my family lives in perfect peace and harmony. I have absolutely no scarcity from any front, and therefore I do not need any necessity for calling God. Is it unjust, Thakur?" This was the question of this very eminent lawyer. I think this is not the question of this lawyer only. This may be the question of very many people. And Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra replied like this: "Well, you see, people call God only when they feel exhausted, in spite of having everything, in spite of having no scarcity from any fronts. Since you do not feel any scarcity, since you do not feel any unhappiness, since you do not feel any, you see, you are not sorry at all, and you are fully satisfied with your belongings, so therefore you do not feel any need, see, for calling God. I don't think it is unjust. It's all right. You will, I think you would take shelter of God only when you would feel scarcity, you would feel that something very precious is missing. This was the reply of Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra. Now let me clarify this point. You see, people in general want so-called peace, I should say, and they think that if they get their day-to-day necessities and so-called belongings, so-called assets, then they are happy, and they do not need, to call God. Actually, these people are unhappy. These people are really pitiful creatures. Why? The answer is that the assets, big house or even big reputation in the society, or long, high longevity, or very, healthy person. And for example, what I want to say is simply this, that if a person has everything perfect, that is, he has many, assets, he has many, he is very able-bodied person, and he has reputation in the society, everything. But if he does not feel any scarcity, anything missing, then I should say that that person is really unhappy. Because, these so-called belongings, these so-called assets are transient, are perishable objects, are temporary objects. In other words, anitya. In spiritual scripts, it is called anitya, means not permanent, not eternal, not not imperishable. So therefore, what all these things would serve any purpose? In this connection, Jaggavalkha Muni, monk, he was a great monk. When he wanted to go to forest for leading sannyas life, then he asked his two wives to share the assets that he had. Katyayani was one of his wives and Maitri is another. And Katyayani took something, but when Maitri Devi's turn came, she asked Jaggavalkha monk, well, would all these assets bring me Amrit, bring me the elixir, you can say, bring me that permanent thing, that nitya vastu, that imperishable objects, that God? Jaggavalkha, was very happy to hear this answer and said that, you are already dear to me, but now you are more dearer to me. Because, the lesson, or you can say the moral of this story, you can say, but real story, remember, is simply this, that a person must feel hunger for God in spite of everything. So this is the way. And those persons who feel hungry for God, who feel that something very precious is really missing from his life, from their lives, they must seek for something which is permanent, which is imperishable, which is not transient, which is not temporary. Then those persons are really happy, because no transient objects, no so-called temporary objects would give you permanent happiness. A person would get permanent happiness only when he gets attached with that permanent object, that perishable object, that imperishable object, that Nitya Vastu, that is eternal object, that is God. In a word, that is God. So our purpose of life should be to get God. This should be the one and first and foremost purpose of our life. You see, this human life is very precious life, and we are not after all animals. We should not be satisfied with only, you see, by eating and by sleeping and by propagating our progenies. No, we are something more. God has given us the free will, and we should not, misuse our free will. We must, with all our attention, we should attach ourselves with the God. That is why in Gita and everywhere, in Gita, in every chapter actually, in the last portion of the chapter, in each chapter I should say, Lord Krishna has said that you please, try to attach yourself with me always. This is the essence. This is the teaching of Lord Krishna. Now, whatever I have talked to you, this is the sayings of Sri Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra, whom we believe, with the disciples of Sri Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra, that he is the latest incarnation of God. Now, all these things that I have discussed to you, you can say, I have borrowed it, you can say, from Sri Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra. I do not really know whether, I have been capable to discuss or to clarify the topic that I have intended to discuss to you. That you would judge. But last but not the least, what I want to say, that those persons who feel, hunger, who feel scarcity, who feel there's something missing, actually, who search for the permanent thing, who search for the eternal beings, who search for, imperishable object, that is, who search for God, they are the happiest persons. They actually, live in complete peace. And those persons who are satisfied with the worldly objects, they are really pitiful creatures. They are really unhappy. They are really, I should say, they are animal-like. Still, I should say, in name and form they are human beings, that's all right. But in attitude or mentally, they are just like animals. So, we must strive to, I should say, to grow our hunger towards, for God. This is the message I would want to, spread among you. I do not know. I am not a person that I can advise you. You would ponder it, you would think it, but the sayings of Sri Sri Thakur Anukula Chandra. I do not say that you have to accept all these things without any reasoning or anything. You must reason yourself, and you must think, and you must ponder. That is enough. Then if you think there's really, it has some substance, then only I would request you to accept that and to act accordingly. Joy.
If you like this video, kindly like, share and subscribe, and please press the bell icon. If you have any query, then please write it in the comment box.